this was a sacred, holy, commissioned word. Um, it was something because I was in prayer earlier as God was recharging me, as He had been, and I so happened to come in and hear all of what you were saying. It was such a meaty word. The Bible talks about milk, but then it talks about strong meat for the mature. And I believe this is a very mature word for believers who understand the power of God. As I was meditating earlier today on on those who have a form of godliness but deny the power thereof.
Come on.
These are the type of words that produce or should produce in a believer godliness. What it really means to understand discipline, and that's carrying the cross that Jesus has given us. You know, Peter said, those who have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. It doesn't feel good when you're crucified in the flesh. You spoke about the moment of sin, and we've all been there. I've been there, that moment of sin. I've known what it was like to look at, like you said, things that I should not have looked at online. And like James said, you gave the scripture earlier, that lead from one temptation to the next. Had nothing to necessarily do with the demon. Sometimes it's simply the
choice.
The choice that we make instead of disciplining ourselves. And I find that nowadays people, not all, but certain segments of those who profess Christ find it a struggle to believe that while God is doing His work in us, we also have to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. And working out requires discipline. When we think about athletes, Paul gave the example of athletes that would discipline their body to run a course or to fight or to go to war. So in the same way, as believers, we must condition ourselves, because when you're working out, you got to warm up. You got to condition yourself. Then when you're working out, you feel a pain, but no pain, no gain. But then there becomes this flow where you get used